Ben Sebastian here, curator of the SYMPHONIC podcast. I'm back, and this is Mindistry, the album Katastroftankar, and this track is Våldsamt Motståndt, whatever. Let's go!
Marken brinner het efter ett slag, och det blir ingen morgondag för det folk som tvingades stå ett kast. Det aldrig slog våldsamt motstånd. Mat är död. Aldrig beredda på att vi står stenhårt fast, och att vi håller bladet fast. När ni möts av minfält, taggtråd och svek, satans rök. Torget nu står i brand, blev den plats där hoppet försvann. Ingen kommer att höra din bön, vårat våld, deras död. Våldsamt motstånd. Mat är död, våldsamt motstånd. Mat är död. Sedan ni från höger flank hörs en kamouflerad tank, avlossar ett regn av stål. Våldet lever på, tvingat till en motattack, men helt plötsligt blir han svart. Han ropar helt utan svar, finns det några hjältar kvar? Marschen går från Hjalmar ner, drabbar samman med röda sten. Inta era position och tjäna dödens pluton. Ta ett steg bakåt, framåt marschen. Våldsamt motstånd. Våldsamt. Våldsamt motstånd. Möter det våldsamt motstånd. Bevårdad.
So I've taken a bit of a leave of absence for the last 5 weeks, and I'm very much back in the game. And what a great way to return! What an absolute banger! Absolutely brilliant on full volume. I have heard this before, but it's the first time I'm sharing it with you guys. It's an album. April 22nd, it was released. Katastroftankar, which basically translates to Doomsday Thinking. And it's an album that's basically kind of encapsulates all of the darker side of thinking and humanity, and it covers sort of violence and war and destructive inner self narratives and everything in between. And it's a one-man project by my man Gustav, and from Sweden, Gothenburg, Sweden. He's had some help with his producer, kind of dealing with some of the bass and the drums, but he's primarily sort of a guitarist, keyboardist and vocalist, and what a strong vocalist, such a strong vocal identity. People will recognise perhaps some influences of, you know, sort of Rammstein, Raubtier, and others like it, but you know, for me, I can't get enough of this. I love this. I love the tonality. There needs to be another like Rammstein in the world, and this guy is absolutely it. It's phenomenal. That first track, I think I bungled the name, so we switched to the screen. Våldsamt Motståndt, which I think translates to violent resistance. yeah, I really love that, not just the energy, it's just that it's so catchy, but it has so many elements that were very different in the song. Typically, you might expect a sort of like a 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 kind of pattern, but this took you off in different areas and extra touches that I liked. I love the touches of the piano, and there's that sort of siren piece, siren synth towards the end of that, which I love that. I'd love to use something like that myself. So you know, whatever instrument that was, whether it was a keyboard sort of, you know, VST instrument or whatever, I'd love to rip that off. That was such class. I'm really enjoying this. The Duke one coming back and doing these videos again, but to really getting into the meat of this album, and there's plenty of it. To stop waffling now, because I'm going a bit all over the place, the next track I want to kind of share with you from this album is a track called U.M.L.B. and more bastardized Swedish. I hope that I'm not arrested for crimes against the Swedish language here, but it looks like it's Tronting Maskulavlikista Blodbad. I don't know why I did that in the Russian accent, but it translates to, in English, roughly, to extermination, mass grave, coffin, carnage. So let's just push play and give this one a bash as well.
Våldsamma tyranners globala dödsdom. Deras regn av terror blev på slutet gick en destination. Våldet är allt som styr demokratin. Ingen kommer rädda dig ifrån dessa maktsvin. Utrotig maskravlig, sista blodbad. Utrotig maskravlig, sista blodbad. Gör som du vill så länge det sker på deras sätt. Ingen kommer rädda dig när du väl blir indoktrinaten på deras spett. Utrotig maskravlig, sista blodbad. Utrotig maskravlig, sista blodbad. Utrotig maskravlig, sista blodbad. Allting som vi en gång haft i lupa på ett minne kvar. Utrotig maskravlig, sista blodbad. Tog allting som vi har kvar och la det i en kall grav. Affair, but still retaining a lot of the industrial vibe, and just the vocals are just so strong in this. The whole sound is so strong, and
it's for a debut release, and Gustav says his music has been sort of a major part of his life for the last sort of 2 or 3 years. This is all he's kind of really been sort of working on. It's phenomenal. It's really good. As I said, I took a leave of absence for about a five-week period, and I hadn't listened to any music and done anything, and it was just so great to go out on a hike and get myself re-exercised back into that vibe, and have this as my sort of reintroduction back into the world of metal music after that break. Booming away in the ears. It's absolutely beautiful stuff, and like many artists, we all look back on our first sort of works with a bit of like, oh, I could have done better here, could have done better there. And actually, before recording this, like, we had that kind of conversation with Gustav, and he said that, but literally, this is a quality release, and it's so listenable, and the production and the way it's all kind of fused together. I think it's definitely something that's going to stand the test of time, like those Rammstein albums, and others sort of like it. Losing my train of losing my thread of thought here. That was it. So it's all in Swedish. I did get a copy of the English translated sort of lyrics, and I haven't had the opportunity or professionalism to actually have that window open. So I will probably kind of post the translations underneath. We've gone with all of the links and what have you. He's very active on social media. Is our Gustav, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the whole thing. So yeah, it's that'll all be there for you to see, all below. But he is going to release a copy of this album, but with all the sort of the lyrics rewritten or translated / edited in English, and I really can't wait to hear that as an ignorant Englishman that has no proclivity towards any other language. So I'm sure that is going to be absolute fire. So we're going to finish off. We're going to finish off with a track. I think it's called Mardröm. I don't have my translator in front of me. It's over there to remind you what that translates to, but I'm going to do that after this.
Ta ett djupt andetag. Bered dig på ännu en dag som är laddad med ångest och tankar av skam. Klarar du vägen kan du ta dig fram genom den väg som så stolt står fast. Präglar ditt liv, dra ditt lass. Ångest, vemod, frustrationer, allt du upplevt på vår jord. Även om du känner vad som komma skall, så vet du att livet hårt och kallt. Given en hand, liten tragedi, medans mörkret de red i vardagsstig. Det som du gått på i hela ditt liv, ljusen sprängs, deras stig. Jag kan inte undkomma att jag snart dör här. Väggarna de viskar ner i misär. Klockorna står still men tiden går ändå. Den mentala barriären genomgår psykos. Solen strålar, lämnar dig nu. Natten viskar onda ljud. Kommer din saga få ett dystert slut, eller tar du dig i kragen och rätar din rygg? Där det finns en vilja finnas det en kamp som av dig kan vinnas trots dödens fall. Kan inte undkomma att jag snart dör här. Väggarna de viskar ner i misär. Klockorna står still men tiden går ändå. Den mentala barriären genomgår psykos.
And there we have it. Come here. That was a lovely, more sort of melodic affair, still like brutally heavy and dark and wistful. We never did get to the bottom of what Mardröm stood for, so, well, it's... Nightmare. Ah, well, there we go. Finishing with a nightmare, which is kind of how my day started. So, come all full circle. But thank you, like, so much for this opportunity, Gustav, to kind of share 3 of my favourite tracks from the album. Look, there's a place for this in everyone's playlist. This stuff is just timeless. Great fun, great energy. It's the darkness inside all of us that, you know, we just need to expel sometimes, and it's just a perfect accompaniment to that. This is definitely going to be something that is on my regular playlist and come back to. I can't wait to hear the English version, and I'm so breathless from my return as a less fitter man to reaction type of material, but I really felt all of that. That was splendid job. Links below, some links below onto my stuff as well, and keep an eye on the channel because there's going to be a lot coming, and yeah, that's what can I say? Let's be done.